Wait a minute. Don't click off. Give me a second. This is Greg. Well, let's talk sports. And today, this is the part 2 of the Failure of Black Fathers series that I have creating, mind you. And this series is about John Morant and the failure of T. Morant as a black father, one black father to another. It's obvious that T. Morant and John Morant have more of a big homie, little homie type of relationship. It's not a father son relationship. And I see stuff like this happen way too often in our quote unquote community. Instead of fathers wanting to be fathers, they want to be big homies or OGs, they sons or nephews, and just fail to teach them about life, or they teach them in a different way. Instead of keeping that arm's length, you want to bring them in for a hug or some depth. Instead of teaching them life lessons, you just want to have fun with them. And that's not what fatherhood is about. It's about that balance and straightening the fence and keeping that discipline and giving them a little bit of that fun at the same time. It can't be all fun or it can't be all discipline. Sometimes it's better to give way more discipline than it is fun, because once you give them too much fun, you have this problem what you have with like John Morant, and you can't reel them back in because you didn't gave them too much rope. Now they look at you as like a big homie, like, who are you to tell me I can't do this and I can't do that? You do it with me all the time, and now it's not cool for me to do it now that I'm in trouble. Like, get out of here. And it's like you could tell that's the way it is because you look at the pictures of John Morant, and he was a good kid growing up, like one of those HOA, the cul-de-sac type kids, the basketball camps, the not in the street type of kids. We all seen them before. And somewhere along the lines, I guess right before he got to the NBA or growing up, he became one of them dudes that thought being who he naturally was, like the corny dude, not street, not hood. He didn't want to look at himself like that because he looked at the people that was around him. They was real dudes, quote unquote. And that's a problem that we have in our community. It's not enough dudes that's brave enough to be them and too too scared and too unsure of themselves to tell people, nah, I ain't with that, or I just I just I just stay up this way, I ain't in all that. You see too many people going towards that like rap culture that we have, that degenerative, chaotic, toxic culture that we have, that rap culture was dog eat dog is nothing but dramas, people taking each other down, and that road leads nowhere. And it all came to a head last year when you seen John Moran like posting pictures with guns. He beat a kid up in the off season. He was messaging people online on social media talking about what he'd do to him. And it's like, dude, you're an NBA player. Like, what are you doing? You worth like $200 million. And the T. Moran is a father. You see him on the sideline cutting up with celebrities, chilling with Usher, because people said they look alike. Whenever stuff popped off on the sideline with Shannon Sharp, he was trying to get in the mix and all that other stuff. It's like, bro, at some point you gotta reel your son in and be like, that's too much, bro. You're doing way too much. Just chill out, play basketball, work on your game. You got kids. You gotta. I don't know if he got a baby mama now. If they still together. But you got kids. You got a family to think about. Like, stick the ball. Like, why are you trying to be a rapper? And it's even worse that he in Memphis. Like nothing against Memphis, but like that's what that's what a new crazy center is now for rappers. Everybody's coming out of either Atlanta or Memphis now. All the rappers. And what's going on down there ever since like what happened with Dolph, it's been a little bit crazy before that, but like after the Dolph situation, it's been crazy in Memphis. And Giles is looking like he wanna like be a part of that. And if you T Morant, you gotta be like, bro, I ain't trying to lose you to no craziness. You out here showing pistols and whatnot, you know, Instagram, playing with people, pulling out pistols that look or lighters that look like pistols. You turning your nose up at the NBA thinking you can outsmart everybody. And at like what point did T Morant just give him too much rope and say, nah, that's okay. He can have fun. He can be him. He worked hard enough. He can do whatever he want to do. Like your job as a father is never done, man. And your son is about to throw his career away off of what? All because he want to live the life as a rapper. And you just standing idly by watching it happen. There's a couple videos I watched on IG where he's sitting right there drinking with John and his homeboys like on the porch. Like it's okay to go to like strip clubs and all that, but don't do all the craziness, bro. You can have your fun and not do all the craziness with it. But I'll be keeping my eye on Team Morant because of right now, it's looking like he's not doing too good a job at keeping his son straight. Hopefully this summer, after he got suspended, he got in his ear a little bit and let him know like you need to cut back with some of these dudes you're hanging with. You need to stay home, lock yourself in the gym, lock in, and get back to who you was before you got drafted. But until then,